Hey everybody, Mr. Odom here, and for today's lesson, I am going to talk about subtracting integers. That is today's topic. How do we subtract integers? We've learned how to add them, and it turns out if you become really good at adding integers, then you will be amazing at subtracting them. All right, so you'll need the following tools: pencil, composition book, or notebook paper. And the learning target for this video lesson is I can subtract integers. So let me scroll down a little bit. So here is the main idea. When you subtract integers, you want to change that subtraction into an addition problem. Okay, that's what you want to do. That's why I said if you become really good at adding integers, then all you do is take your subtraction, turn it into addition, and sure enough, you'll be able to solve the problem quickly. So the main idea here is to think this, put this in your brains. When I am thinking about subtracting integers, I want to add the opposite. All right, you can say it like that if you want, or just say it in a normal voice. But that's the main idea right here. Add the opposite. Okay, make sure you do that. Turn your subtraction problem into an addition problem, and then you can solve it using the addition song, the integer song. Okay, so let's look at a few examples. I'm going to look at problems. I'll look at number 1, 2, and 3, and then you can work out 4, 5, and 6. So problem 1, it is 8 minus 3. You already know the answer is 5, right? You already know that. So when you can solve a problem using what you've learned, hey, go ahead and solve it. But I am going to show you how to solve this by walking through the process that we've learned to change subtraction into addition. And you'll see that I will get the same answer. So what did I do down here? Add the opposite means add, change the subtraction sign into an addition sign, and then write the opposite of the number. So this is positive 3 here. I change it to negative 3. And then I have my song, same sign, add and keep, different sign, subtract. So I'm going to subtract absolute values. So the absolute value of 8 is 8. The absolute value of negative 3 is positive 3. And I'm going to subtract, and look at what I get. I get 5. I keep the sign of the bigger number, the bigger absolute value. So 8 has a bigger absolute value than negative 3. So this becomes positive, and I'm back up here. This looks exactly like this up here, right? So it doesn't always work that way, but it's working that way right now. All right, so let's look at another problem here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to look at number 5. I changed my mind. So 9 minus negative 8. All right, and how do we solve this problem? Well, let me change this into an addition problem. So I write the first number down. I change the subtraction sign into an addition sign. And then I change this, the second integer, I write the opposite of that integer here. So the opposite of negative 8 is positive 8. And you already know what 9 plus 8 is. 9 plus 8 is, very good, 17. So then 9 minus negative 8 equals 17. Okay, and then you're good. And let me jump around. Let me look at problem number 3. So I have worked out problem 1, 5, and 3. So let me write the problem down. Negative 3 minus 3. Let me add the opposite. So step 1, write down the first integer. Step 2, change the sign from subtraction to addition. And step 3, write the opposite of the number that you see. So that's positive 3. I'm going to write that as negative 3. Same sign, add and keep. Oh, I can stop right there in the song because these have the same sign. So basically, I add their absolute values together and I put the same sign there. So they have the same sign. So -3 minus 3 is -6. And I'm good. All right. So do me a favor, stop the video here, and you guys work out problems 4, 2, and 6. Okay? And I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so if you worked out problems 2, 4, and 6, your answers would be for number 2, you should get -8. For number 4, you should get -23. And for number 6, you should get 0. Okay, so check your answers with these. If you have questions, then ask me about these problems tomorrow in class. Okay, so now that we know how to add, or I'm sorry, we know how to add two integers, we also know how to subtract two integers. We can take it up a notch. What about 3 integers? Okay, can we evaluate these expressions? So I'll work out a couple of these. Let me look at number 7. Okay, so number 7, I have -9 minus 16 minus 8. I want to turn this into an addition problem. So I have -9. I add the opposite of 16 is -16. And then I add the opposite of 8 is -8. And there we go. Now I can use a song. Same sign, add and keep. I'm going to stop right there. Why? Because these 3 integers all have the same sign. Can you see that? Can you see that? Can you see they have the same sign? -9, -16, -8. So I can add these 3 together and keep the sign. So if I do that, I have -9 minus 16. So 9 plus 16 is 25. 25 plus 8 is 33. And then I keep the sign. So there's the answer for number 7. Okay. Let me look at number 9. All right. So for this one, I have 0 minus 9 minus -5. All right, so let's work this out. 0, add the opposite of +9, -9. Change this sign. I'm going to add the opposite of -5 is 5. All right. Is 0 going to have any issue? 0 is 0 plus -9 plus 5. I can use the couple properties I can use. I can use the commutative property of addition, and I can use the associative property. I just did that all in one step. That allowed me to change the order of the addition, so I can put 0 plus 5 there. And I can add those two together before I add the -9. So really what I have is 5 plus -9. Same sign, add and keep, different sign, subtract. Bam. These have different signs. 5 plus -9. So I'm going to have a subtraction problem. And I want you to figure out why the subtraction problem is 9 minus 5. Okay, and I get 4, which means this answer will be -4. And I want you to explain to me in class why this is going to be -4. All right, so I can come all the way back up here and I get -4 is my answer. Okay, so I'm going to leave these 2 problems for you. I did this one, I did this one. I get an extra cookie for dinner tonight. And now you guys do this one and this one, 8 and 10. So go ahead and stop the video right here and work these problems out, and let's see what you get for your answers. Okay, so we're back. And so what you should get for your answers are, for number 8, you should get negative 33. And for number 10, you should get negative 2. So if those are the answers that you got, awesome. If you did not get those answers, then tomorrow in class, let's talk about these. Okay? So this is Mr. Odom. Today we learned how to subtract integers. Remember, the main idea here is to add the opposite. Add the opposite. Turn your subtraction into addition, and then use the song. Okay, same sign, add and keep. Different sign, subtract. Keep the sign of the bigger number, then you'll be exact. Okay, so you guys have a good day. It's Mr. Odom, and I am out. I'll see you later.